What's going on? How you doing? TK Pryor coming at you today with simple concept, the temperament of success. The Western philosophy and the average mentality of someone that grows up within Western influence is that success is measured based on materialism, and the accomplishment in life is equal to the amount of paper promissory notes that you can acquire, flash, or brag about. So those two tend to chase each other in tandem, where you have materialistic gain, and then you have the boasting of a certain level of paper accomplishment. But when you think about economics on a broader scale, both of those ways of thinking truly have no substance. A promissory note is something that can basically lose value because the promise can be removed. So if you're basing your level of success in life on physical representations of a government paper promise note, then what happens when the government removes the promise? So there are a lot more less shallow, deeper things in life that one can measure their success on, and also that one can use to inspire others to not only grow but to change other people's situations. Because even when you talk about inspiration, a lot of people say inspiration comes from the level of success that someone else achieves. But that's still a shallow premise, because of the fact that materialistic gain is not a true measure of success or wealth in that matter. If you're wealthy in time and you're wealthy in spirit, that's not something that most people are interested in. So let's translate wealth, or redefine wealth, from a different perspective. And when you get into the material world, everyone's like, well, if I can't see it, touch it, or show it, then I'm not interested in it. But honestly, if you're truly about changing lives, helping people achieve more, then self comes to a different level or different degree. Conversations tend to focus around self. When you hear people talk, you always hear them come from the I perspective. But if you think about karma, and you think about change, then put I last. Honestly, get into situations where you are giving someone something of substance, and you're teaching them how to enhance their tool belt, so that they're acquiring skill sets that allow them to be able to eat. So I know that's higher than most people are, but really, the goal is to raise your vibrational rate and get you to operate at a higher level. So, different perspective, different way of looking at things, definitely a different way of thinking. But I know for a fact that if you do the same things and expect different results, that's magic that has no power behind it. So we have to get into using magic that works, which means changing, undoing, unlearning. So I just want to hit you guys with that because I see a lot of people talk about self, and then I see a lot of people measure themselves based on paper money. And I don't think that you should use measurements that have no substance. Paper money is the worst way to measure yourself. I don't know how to unteach or get people to relearn, but I make these attempts at financial literacy because hopefully we can each one reach one and begin to change some lives and some situations.